Welcome to Yo Back a BikeBeat, the 2025 Honda VTX 1800R, a motorcycle that doesn't whisper for attention but roars for it. This is BikeBeat, and today we're diving into one of the most muscular cruisers Honda has ever unleashed. The VTX name carries weight. When Honda first launched the series back in 2001, the VTX 1800 set a benchmark for displacement and presence. At the time, it was one of the largest production V-twins ever made, a direct answer to American cruisers that were dominating highways. The original bike stunned riders with its brute force, smooth ride, and unmistakable styling. Fast forward to 2025, and Honda has carefully refined that legacy, giving us a machine that holds onto its raw character but brings a new level of polish and usability. Let's start with the heart, the engine. Sitting proudly between those sculpted frame rails is a massive 1,795 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled, 52-degree V-twin. Numbers only tell part of the story, but they're impressive. Roughly 106 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and close to 100 pound-feet of torque delivered low in the rev range. The moment you twist the throttle, there's no delay, no waiting for the engine to wake up. It surges forward with the kind of authority that pins you into the saddle and makes every gear change feel purposeful. The engineering is clever. Honda employs an offset dual-pin crankshaft and dual counterbalancers to tame the inherent vibrations of a big twin without erasing its character. You still feel that throbbing heartbeat, that mechanical pulse that cruiser fans love, but without the numbing hand buzz or fatigue on long rides. A 5-speed gearbox pairs with a shaft final drive, and here's where Honda earns respect: it's smooth, it's durable, and it requires minimal maintenance compared to chain setups. Riders who plan on piling thousands of miles onto this bike will appreciate just how little attention the drivetrain demands. On paper, 750 pounds dry might sound intimidating. In practice, it isn't. Honda has packaged this machine with a low center of gravity, which makes it far more manageable than its sheer mass suggests. At parking lot speeds, it requires confidence, sure, but once rolling, the bike feels planted, stable, and balanced. Out on the highway, that weight transforms into stability, giving the bike a steady, confident feel even when crosswinds try to push you around. Suspension duties are handled by a robust 45mm inverted fork up front and dual shocks out back. The tuning aims for comfort first, but without turning the ride into a wallowy experience. You can cruise across cracked pavement or sweep through curves without feeling like the bike is unsettled. Sure, it's not a sport bike, and you'll find the floorboards scraping sooner than later if you push too hard in corners, but that's part of the cruiser charm. It rewards relaxed, deliberate riding. Braking is equally confidence-inspiring. Up front, dual triple-piston calipers grab onto 296mm rotors, while the rear gets a 316mm disc with a solid caliper. The bite is strong, and the progression is smooth. When you're riding a motorcycle of this size and power, knowing you can bring it to a halt without drama is more than just reassuring, it's essential. Now let's talk about the design, because let's be honest, cruisers live and die by how they look. The 2025 VTX 1800R delivers presence in spades. A sculpted teardrop tank stretches out in front of you, flowing into wide fenders and framed by chrome accents that sparkle in any light. The bike has that classic long and low silhouette, with a muscular stance that communicates power even at a standstill. Honda has managed to keep the lines clean and purposeful, giving it a timeless quality rather than chasing short-lived trends. Slide into the saddle and you'll notice how welcoming it feels. The seat height is a friendly 27 inches, making it accessible for riders of varying sizes. The wide, cushioned seat is designed for all-day comfort. Forward-mounted floorboards give you a relaxed, stretched-out posture, while the handlebars are positioned so your arms extend naturally without strain. It's a layout that invites you to keep riding past the next town, then the next, and before you know it, you're 100 miles from home and still grinning. For those who want more than just a weekend cruiser, Honda offers a solid lineup of accessories. You can outfit the VTX 1800R with tall or short windshields, leather saddlebags, backrests, and even full touring kits. It adapts easily from stripped-down boulevard bruiser to highway-eating tourer. The shaft drive and fuel injection mean you're not fussing with maintenance every other week. You're fueling up, loading your gear, and heading out. One of the most compelling aspects of the VTX 1800R is how it blends tradition with modernity. It's unmistakably a cruiser, low, loud, and powerful, but it doesn't feel crude or outdated. The engine has soul, yet it's engineered for smoothness. The design is classic, but the fit and finish are high-end. It's a machine built for riders who want the emotional connection of a big twin without sacrificing reliability or comfort. Let's talk about price, because value matters. The 2025 Honda VTX 1800R comes in at $13,399. For context, that's thousands less than some American V-twin competitors while still offering comparable displacement, torque, and road presence. Honda has positioned this bike smartly. It feels premium without an eye-watering sticker price, and when you factor in the low maintenance demands, the total cost of ownership becomes even more attractive. There are, of course, trade-offs. This is not a lightweight bike, and new riders will feel its heft in parking lots. Ground clearance is limited, so aggressive lean angles aren't really on the menu. And if you're after cutting-edge electronics, rider modes, traction control, cornering ABS, you won't find them here. The VTX is probably analog in its approach. But those compromises are part of its character. Honda knows the audience for this motorcycle, and they've built it to deliver exactly what cruiser riders value most: torque, presence, comfort, and dependability. On the road, the experience is addictive. Cruising at 65 or 70 miles per hour, the engine lopes along effortlessly, barely breaking a sweat. The seat cradles you, the wind rolls past, and you feel that sense of freedom that only a cruiser of this caliber can provide. Twist the throttle to pass, and the surge of torque is immediate and commanding. It's not frantic, it's not rushed. It's just pure authority delivered in a smooth, unrelenting wave. The VTX 1800R isn't a bike that begs to be rushed, it encourages you to take your time, to savor the ride. It's built for riders who want to enjoy the journey as much as the destination, who want their motorcycle to feel like a companion rather than a machine. It's about rolling into town with chrome gleaming, engine rumbling, and heads turning. It's about hitting the open highway with confidence that your bike will carry you there and back without a hitch. And that's what makes this Honda special. It's not just about horsepower, or torque figures, or even styling cues. It's about the complete package: heritage, refinement, performance, and comfort, all wrapped into one commanding presence on two wheels. So where does that leave us? The 2025 Honda VTX 1800R is a cruiser that embodies everything riders love about big twins. It's powerful, comfortable, versatile, and built to last. It's priced competitively, designed elegantly, and engineered with Honda's legendary reliability. For riders who want a motorcycle that feels alive, looks timeless, and won't leave them stranded on the side of the road, this is a machine that checks every box. As the camera pans out to a long, empty highway stretching to the horizon, the VTX 1800R thunders past, leaving behind a lingering echo of that unmistakable V-twin growl. This isn't just transportation, it's an experience, a statement, and for many riders, a dream fulfilled. At $13,399, the 2025 Honda VTX 1800R stands tall as one of the most compelling cruisers available today. Big, bold, beautifully crafted, and built for the long haul, it's a bike that doesn't just ride the road. It owns it. And that's our deep dive into Honda's heavyweight cruiser. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you ride the VTX 1800R, or does another cruiser steal your heart? This is BikeBeat, and we'll catch you on the next ride.